The EU is absolutely livid because Elon Musk is calling for them to be abolished. Today, the whole of Europe is seriously freaking out over his social media rants. Specifically, Elon tweeted that the EU should be abolished and sovereignty returned to individual countries so that governments can better represent their people. The trigger. Europe recently smacked X with a massive fine, possibly up to $140 million because the platform broke transparency rules. That rule? It's the new sheriff in town, officially called the Digital Services Act, DSA. So, naturally, Elon got ticked off and demanded the EU get scrapped. Look, the European market is a huge piece of the pie for social media sites, so getting hit with fines like that is intense. They better change the rules or break off into separate countries to apply pressure. Messing with the entire EU bloc like this is brutal. Violating their rules means a fine of 6% of your global revenue that will drop your jaw. Now on Europe's side, they obviously have their reasons for the fines. It's just the law they set previously. The DSA applies to all social media platforms globally. It's not just aimed at US tech. However, the US foreign minister is claiming this EU act is an attack on their nation's tech platforms. Specifically, Europe is totally fed up with how Elon Musk is running X first up, the blue check sale. Users just dropped $3 to buy verification. That is totally ridiculous. Blue checks were supposed to confirm credibility, but now you can just buy them for a few bucks. How is that not enabling scamming? Credibility should be built on the content you post, effort, improving yourself online, not whether you have $3 a month. When is Europe ever going to shut down online fraud at this rate? The second reason Elon Musk is getting fined is that his platform hid ad data and blocked access. That should legally be provided to independent researchers so they can monitor malicious content, especially political stuff. This is a major fear for Europe because they've claimed countless times that Russia has interfered in their elections. That's why Europe absolutely needs to know who's making and paying for social media ads and what the goals are. But right now, Elon Musk's platform either isn't providing this or is giving incomplete data. Beyond the big political drama, the EU really wants to control articles about medicine, finance, and gambling. They need to know about those sketchy miracle weight loss drugs and 20% Forex profit investment schemes so they can shut them down. The EU doesn't care who's running the ad. They just care that those ads don't show up in their region. If the platform allows them, the platform gets fined. Because let's be real, by allowing it, you're basically enabling criminals to operate in their country. Europe has a huge elderly population right now and they are not tech-savvy. So, scammers just need to appeal to their greed a little, and it's over. All their savings end up with scammers in places like Cambodia. This has happened so many times. It's not new in Europe. In fact, Europeans got scammed harder than rabbits by Vietnamese scammers years ago. About 5 to 7 years ago, Vietnamese people were running a huge ad scam targeting Europe. Europeans had super high trust in e-commerce, so when they saw an ad, they instantly believed it, paid up front, and waited for delivery. The problem was, they never got the goods. Or if they did, they just got a hair tie or a needle and thread because they got hit by the internet mafia. The sellers kept prices ridiculously low, like $5 or $10 for a household appliance, so Europeans trusted it. And then they were massively scammed. It was these incidents that forced Europe to introduce advertising laws to maintain public trust in sellers. This is something Europe takes seriously because they know that for a society to grow, money needs to circulate constantly. It can't be dead money. And for money to circulate, you need trust. The root of profit is in faith in the future. If I trust that the person opposite me will deliver in 2 days, why wouldn't I transfer 100% of the money now? People even take out loans to pay immediately. That gives banks business, and when sellers get extra cash, they deposit it back into the bank for interest. The whole society runs on this chain, so money is never dead, and wealth flows abundantly. Any developed country must have this. In any developed country, people spend first and pay later. They do this because they have total faith in the future. That's how the credit card was born. The root of the word credit in Latin literally means trust. That is why the EU had to introduce social media ad laws like the DSA to force platforms to consciously protect EU users. Because they cannot afford for users to lose faith in advertising. If they lose faith, money stops circulating, and producers can't sell anything. That kills the EU economy instantly. This is also why Elon Musk was fined 120 million euros for not providing ad data, allowing fake information and ads to flood Europe. On his side, Elon argues that Europe censors everything. The state gets to decide what is real news and what is fake news. Seriously, where is the free speech in that? Not to mention the EU interfering with the business of social media sites. They charge users for blue checks, that's their business model. Why is the law interfering? If they censor everything, what's the point of living? Users should be free to say what they want. It's their right to free speech. If the EU can't handle it, they should break up into individual countries for easier management. Playing with a negative block like this is brutal for social media platforms. And since most social media platforms are in the US, this severely impacts American wallets. What the people are saying, okay guys, the comment section on this whole situation is an absolute war zone. The sentiment is totally polarized. On one side, you've got the free speech absolutists Team Elon. They're screaming that woke Europe is trying to be the internet sheriff, and this entire DSA is just censorship by proxy. They think Elon is the only one with the backbone to stand up for the First Amendment, their main take. Regulation kills innovation, but then you have Team EU safety advocates. They're hitting back hard, saying this is all about platform accountability and protecting people from real-world harm. They're saying Elon needs to pay up and that the blue check scheme is straight up irresponsible. For them, no one is above the law. Regarding all this, the EU is still playing hardball. They still want to fine Elon Musk and demand X follows their rules. As for the harsh censorship complaint, the Polish foreign minister told Elon, short and sweet, if you want zero censorship, go run your business on Mars. When you come to our Europe, you deal with Europe's censorship. Our house isn't a place you can just jump into and do whatever you want. This whole situation shows the macro level, friction between Europe and the US. Yesterday, Donald Trump announced his 33-page US security strategy, which mentioned Europe's lack of free speech. It also said Europe is full of immigrants and has lost its former civilization. If Europe keeps operating like this, the US won't protect them anymore. Then, today, Elon Musk hits Europe with another kick. The US foreign minister says Europe is attacking US tech corporations. That's the real stress for Europe right now. If they allow free speech, the fake ads flood the platforms. If they tighten the rules, the US threatens to bail because it affects their tech companies. Europe already smacked Apple and Meta hard before. This isn't just about Elon. If Europe keeps tightening the screws, who knows what will happen to US tech in the future. So, where do you stand on the DSA? Are you with the free speech crew or the platform accountability squad? Drop a comment.